Crossing the Box Office King, The Legend of the Great Director of the Republic of China. Chapter 1 The Fog Descends. Rain is a modern director. On weekdays, he shoots commercials and low-budget movies, thinking that his life is stable. One night, while sorting out old movie film, he accidentally touched an unlabeled roll of film, and suddenly his eyes went black, spinning like a kaleidoscope. When he opened his eyes again, he was in a dusty alley surrounded by red cloth strips and neon lights, but it was a scene from the 17th year of the Republic of China. Yu was stunned. He was wearing a simple Chinese robe, and what he was holding in his hand was actually a yellowed ticket stub and script. His house was empty, and there was only a broken pen and half a bottle of ink on the table. Did you cross over? Yu muttered to himself. At the end of the alley, a dilapidated bell rang from a theater that was about to go bankrupt. The theater sign read Ruwa Theater, with tattered wooden chairs at the door and dusty scenery hanging on the stage. Yu took a deep breath, and an inexplicable fighting spirit surged in his heart. Box office. In this era, he wants to return to his old business and make the box office soar again. Chapter 2 Working to Save the Theater. Rain decided to start with a part-time job to familiarize himself with the theater scene of this era. He recommended himself to Lu Zijin, the person in charge of Ruwa Theater. I can direct dramas, I can also write screenplays, and I am willing to help you double your box office. Lu Zijin is a middle-aged woman with sharp eyebrows and eyes, smiling indifferently. Double the box office? Scold. Young man, the audience here only loves traditional opera, can Western drama work? Yu smiled slightly, his eyes flashing. Not only can it be done, but it will also be popular throughout the Shanghai concession. So, he began to renovate the theater. Traditional opera incorporates Western lighting design, stage movement, and even plays a short film background story before the opening to make it easier for the audience to immerse themselves in the plot. On the day of the premiere, Yu personally served as the director and editor, and the scene was chaotic for a while, but the audience applauded unexpectedly warmly, and the box office instantly doubled. Chapter 3 The Challenges of Western Drama. Just as Ruwa Theater was gradually warming up, Yu decided to try Western drama. The script is a modern classic, and he translated it into the tone of the Republic of China, adding Cheongsam dance and Peking opera singing. On the day of the rehearsal, the actors looked confused. Director, is this a drama or a Peking opera? Yu patted the table. It's not just a drama, it's not just Peking opera, it's a new visual experience. On the night of the premiere, the lights, sets, music, singing and dancing were intertwined, and the audience frowned at first, but after halftime, there was thunderous applause throughout the whole process. The box office even exceeded the premiere of the most popular movie in the Republic of China at that time. The newspaper commented, Ruwa Theater has a genius, and the perfect fusion of Western and Chinese opera is amazing. Chapter 4 The movie dream starts again. After laying the foundation, Rain decided to return to his favorite, movies. He rented a cottage next to the theater, set up a simple studio, and started shooting short films. This time, he brought modern shooting techniques to the Republic of China, moving shots, alternating near and far shots, slow-motion close-ups. When the first movie Smoke and Rain Red Mansion was released, the theater was crowded with queues of spectators. The actors in the film performed superbly, and the background music and scene editing were unprecedented. The audience burst into tears, and the box office set a new high in the history of the Republic of China. Newspapers rushed to report, the young director Yu of Ruwa Theater can be called a box office wizard. Yu himself smiled secretly. This is just the beginning, and he still has to push the box office to the top. Chapter 5 The Drama World. As fame grew, the competition in the drama circle of the Republic of China began to heat up. Major theater companies have followed Yu's creativity, and some people have even secretly obstructed his theater. Undaunted, Rain uses these challenges to further innovate. He began to combine opera with social events in newspapers of the Republic of China to create current affairs dramas. Western actors and Chinese opera actors were invited to share the stage, presenting a cross-cultural collision. Even develop interactive dramas where the audience can vote to determine the direction of the plot. With every challenge, the box office reached a new high, and Ruwa Theater became the hottest theater in the Republic of China. underscore 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 un. Chapter 6 Bizarre Adventures. One night, while Yu was filming on set, he accidentally picked up a strange badge with a peculiar symbol engraved on it. As soon as he put it on, he instantly felt the world in front of him turn into strange colors, the actors turned into figures on paper, the lights turned into flowing rivers of light, and the sets were automatically combined into countless scene switches. This is a different world where movies and reality merge. Yu was shocked. He discovered that this badge could project the fantasy scenes of the script directly onto the real stage. Since then, his films and dramas are no longer limited by technology or funding, and the audience is immersed in them as if they are in a dream. The box office soared to incredible heights. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 7 The Peak of Drama and Choices. As his film and drama career reached its peak, Yu faced a choice: continue to build his dream in the Republic of China or find a way back to modern times. At this moment, rumors spread in the drama circle. There is a mysterious director who can manipulate light and shadow and bring dreams into reality, and he will become a legend of the Republic of China. Rain knows that if he stays here, he will not only be a box office director, but also someone who will truly rewrite the history of theater. He finally chose to stay, led the integration of drama and film, established the most modern film and drama empire in the Republic of China, and upgraded Ruwa Theater to the largest theater in the country. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 8 Cultural Change and Inheritance. A few years later, Ruwa Theater became a cultural landmark of the Republic of China, and no one could break the box office record. The name of the Rain was praised by the world and became the king of the box office. At night, Yu stood on the top floor of the theater, watching the neon lights and stars intertwine, smiling in his heart. I was just a director, but I changed the cultural landscape of the entire era. The Republic of China has my box office, and the dream also has my footsteps. Inside and outside the theater, the audience still cried and laughed for his works, and the box office and applause were intertwined, turning into a light that never goes out. Chapter 9 Cooperation Across Time and Space. The Ruwa Theater in the Rain has become a landmark of the Republic of China, but he is not satisfied with his existing achievements. One night, he received a mysterious letter with only one sentence written in it. If you want to step into another timeline, you can see the peak of drama in the future. At the end of the letter is a small crystal lens, and the light and shadow reflected change the scene like a miniature screen. Yu carefully put the lenses into his chest, and in an instant, the whole world seemed to be stretched, and he traveled to a futuristic film and drama world, light and shadow projection, holographic stage, virtual audience. The directors here have the ability to manipulate light and shadow, like a combination of science fiction and magic. Yu was surprised to find that some of his techniques were regarded as conventional techniques here, but his creativity was enough to amaze these future directors as well. Yu and future directors decided to cooperate, and a cross-time and space-span stage show that combines the Republic of China and future technology is brewing. Peking opera singing and holographic projection are integrated, Cheongsam dance and virtual images dance together, and the audience can experience every detail in person no matter where they are. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 10 The War of Light and Shadow. While the plan was underway, the space-time rift between the Republic of China and the future world attracted uninvited guests, a group of self-proclaimed film industry manipulators who tried to control Rain's creativity and turn Ruwa Theater into a tool of their own power. Yu decided to take on the battle, combining badges, crystal lenses, and Republic of China stage technology to create a defense system that can manipulate light and shadow and allow the stage to communicate with reality. On the night of the war, countless wonders appeared on the stage of the theater: dragon dance, flying snow, ancient cities, and science fiction cities. In the end, Rain introduced the creative light into the core of the stage, completely sealing the enemy in light and shadow, and Ruwa Theater was safe and sound, and its reputation soared, and the box office and prestige reached their peak. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11 Reconstruction and the New Order. After the war, Yu understood that he could not continue to protect this stage with his personal strength alone. He began to train his disciples and pass on the stage concept of combining the Republic of China with future technology. Among the disciples, there are teenagers who can manipulate light and shadow, girls who are proficient in Peking opera singing, and young people who are familiar with film editing and photography. Together, they have created a cross-era film and drama academy, and Ruwa Theatre is no longer just a theatre, but a palace of inheritance of creativity, technology, and dreams. Yu himself retreated behind the scenes, occasionally appearing in major performances or film and drama curations, becoming a mysterious and legendary director in the eyes of the audience. Chapter 12 Eternal Box Office. Time flies. Ruwa Theatre spans the Republic of China, modern and future worlds, and has become a legend in the hearts of audiences around the world. Every performance is a box office marvel, and every creativity is a cultural marvel. Rain stood at the top of the stage, looking back on the past and seeing the competitions, adventures, battles, and creations of the past. Everything is vividly remembered. The box office is not just a number, it is a dream, it is time, and it is the resonance in the hearts of every audience. Yu murmured softly. Under the interlacing of light and shadow, the red cloth sign still hangs at the entrance of Ruwa Theatre with neon and lights flashing, as if whispering to everyone, the box office here will never stop. Chapter 13 The Lost City of Illusions. The Film and Drama Academy of Ruwa Theatre is becoming more and more prosperous, and the abilities of the disciples are also improving. However, an accident engulfs Rain and his disciples in a mysterious illusion, a labyrinth floating between time and space. The streets and buildings in this maze all change according to the mood of the audience. Joy brightens the streets, fear darkens the corners, and sadness prolongs the time. Rain and his disciples must rely on creativity and stage skills to find an outlet. Yu realized that the illusion is the projection of his creativity, the audience's emotions, cultural inheritance, and the gravity of dreams are all condensed here. The disciples learn to manipulate light, shadow, and rhythm in the illusion, turning the maze into one bizarre performance after another, ultimately breaking the seal of the illusion and gaining new creative inspiration. Chapter 14 Duel with the Legendary Director. After traveling through the illusion, Rain learns that there is a reclusive legendary director, Mirror Shadow Ancestor, who has the power to make the stage world stand still forever. The ancestor was eyeing the creativity of the Rain, believing that the combination of the modern and the future would destroy the order of the play. Rain took his disciples to the floating theater of the Mirror Shadow Ancestor, where an unprecedented director's battle began. The ancestor summons stage puppets, manipulates time rewind, traps actors and audiences alike in scripts, and Rain uses crystal lenses, light and shadow magic, and opera techniques to create a stage space that can travel through timelines. In the end, Rain impressed the Mirror Shadow Ancestor with a resonant performance, merging the emotions of each character, the enthusiasm of the audience with the soul of the stage, and the two reached an agreement: the freedom of the future stage and the order of traditional theater coexist. Chapter 15 Cross-Century Performance. Yu's stage concept reached its peak, and he began to plan cross-century performances. Republic of China opera, modern films, and future holograms were staged simultaneously, and the audience could enter from any time and space to experience each scene interactively. On the night of the performance, a bridge of light appeared in the sky, connecting the imagination of Ruwa Theatre and audiences from all over the world. The disciples showed their magical powers, peaking opera singing and holographic light and shadow intertwined, and the audience seemed to be shuttled through the torrent of time. The box office broke historical records, and everyone was amazed by this epic performance, and Ruwa Theatre became famous all over the world and became a symbol of creativity across the ages. Chapter 16 The Retreat of the Rain. After experiencing countless adventures and stage miracles, Rain decided to retire and leave the academy in the hands of the best disciples. He set up the Tower of Creativity on the top floor of Ruwa Theatre, no longer directly directing performances, but guarding dreams and culture as an observer. The disciples still continue his philosophy and create higher-level film and drama works. Rain often returns to the top of the stage, watching the lights flicker and the audience intoxicated, their hearts full of achievement and peace. Sequel. Ruwa Theatre has become a cultural palace across time and space, where every generation of audiences and disciples creates their own legends under the guidance of the concept of Rain. The Rain appeared on the stage for the last time, and the light and shadow were reflected in his eyes, like the crystallization of countless stories. He smiled and said softly, the box office is not just a number, it is a continuation of a dream. The stage lights are dimming, the legend of Ruwa Theatre continues, and the name of the rain is forever engraved in time, turning into the soul of every performance. Underscore 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 un. Postscript. Rain's life, from the Republic of China theater to the future holographic stage, spans time and space, integrating tradition and innovation. Some people say that when you walk into Ruwa Theatre at midnight, you can still see the Cheongsam of the Republic of China dancing with the light and shadow of the future, and hear the command sound of rain. That is the magic of creativity, the echo of dreams. The box office is not just a number, it is a symphony of emotions, culture, time, and space, and rain will always be the dominant player in this symphony.